Foam rollers, are they good? Are they bad? What are your thoughts on them? Hi, I'm Dr. Putney from Wellington Family Chiropractic. Today I'm going to talk about foam rolling. I get asked every single day, should I get a foam roller? What do you think about them? Do you foam roll? So today I'm just going to answer those questions, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I do with foam rollers, what I recommend to my patients, and where I think they're most effective. So if we're talking about foam rolls, typically they come in two sizes. You've got the long version, and then you've got the smaller version. We have both in the clinic. I only have a short version at home. I don't have the big one. I always tell patients to keep it simple with these. You don't have to buy super expensive foam rollers, and you don't need the ones with all the knobs on them. Just get a regular old dense foam roller, because at the end of the day, there's only a few things that I do with them that I think are the most effective, but you don't have to get too fancy. So number one, don't spend a ton of money on a foam roller. Two, where are they most effective? To me, it's the mid-back and then the area just below the low back into the hips, pelvis, and then legs. So I typically will roll out my glutes, my TFL, my quads, on top of my IT band, my calves, way more than I roll anywhere else. And then for my mid-back, I use the foam roll to roll a little bit, but I actually use it more for exercises and mobility work. So let's talk upper back. What do you do with that? So if you have a long one, those are really good for opening up your mid-back, so you can just lay directly on there. Try not to fall off. So these are nice because they support your entire spine, and you can just lay there with your arms open. You know, you can do your Y, W, T, L exercises. You know, you can just have your arms hanging here for a nice pec stretch. And this does a good job of just opening up the chest. We tend to get tight through there. Now, if we just talk about what do you do if you have a normal size or the shorter one, what can you do in your mid-back? So this is an area that's not bad to roll. I'll roll up and down, but I'm not going to do this for 10 minutes. I'm just going to get on there, warm up the tissue a little bit, and then find the areas where I feel the stiffest. And I work on extension in the mid-back with a foam roller a lot. So what I'll do is I grab the back of my head and I extend over as far as I can, and I come right back. I'll move up a little bit. I extend as far as I can. I come right back. I'm trying to keep my low back and pelvis relatively still so that motion is isolated in the thoracic spine or the mid-back, but I am just working extension up and down my mid-back. I'm stiff right here. Oh. And you'll notice the more you do it, it just opens up a little bit more range of motion. The reason why I like this is because most of us don't get much extension in our mid-back on a daily basis. We're usually the opposite direction. We're always flexed or hunkered over. So extension's great on a foam roller. What's another thing you can do is you can use your foam roller to work on it. Rotation in your mid-back. So you've seen this one before with me, the old open book. But what I use the foam roller here for is it just supports my knee so my hip stays stacked. I'm not over-rotated one direction or the other. I keep my knee on the foam roller, I reach, and then I rotate all the way back. And I just got a great pop in my back. So I'm just going here to here, keeping my knee on that foam roller, trying to get as much rotation as I can in my mid-back. This is a great one to do every single day. Honestly, if I'm just being 100% transparent, those are the two main things I do with my foam roller. Extend over it and then work on rotation. I roll a little bit in my mid-back. When it comes to the spine, that's mostly what I do. Then I typically will jump down to those areas around the low back and pelvis like what I talked about. So a common area where people get really tight is the glutes. So I will have them roll those out. And so if you just sit on the foam roller, cross that leg over, and then begin to roll, you will find and feel all kinds of spots. You can roll here, 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 all the way back. And once you get on a spot, like I've got a good one there, just stay on the spot for about 30 seconds, side to side, until you feel the pain you initially felt start to go away. And then another very common area where people have problems is this area on the front of the hip. There's a muscle, the TFL there. So I will put one leg off of the foam roller, one leg on, and just have people work that area there. So you can see I'm on it, right, my pant pocket area, and I've got a huge knot there too. I mean, these things hang out. We don't know they're there. It's good to get some of those areas loosened up. Oh, I've got a good one right there. So I would hang out here for about a minute until I feel that area, just that pain I initially felt, dissipate. And I'm just working that area to soften up some of that hard tissue. These things get tight and contracted from everyday life. From there, you can roll further, try to change here a little bit, onto your quad, and you can go all the way down outside your knee, just working one leg on, one leg off. Oh, my right leg's a mess, people. So you can just work all the way down, and you'll find all kinds of gnarly stuff. I run a lot, so this is very good for runners, athletes. Again, I don't roll the spine a ton, but I do recommend rolling the legs. I think it's very helpful. And then you can finish up with the calves. So a lot of people carry a ton of tension in the calves. So what I have people do is they put one calf on, other leg over the one you're working, and then you just find, by rolling your leg side to side, up and down, telling you, I've got them everywhere. These nasty trigger points in the muscle, and they hurt. So you just work that area side to side until, again, you feel that release a little bit. You can do this while you're watching TV, while you're hanging out in the evenings. It's a very easy thing to do. This is where foam rollers are really good versus other areas. I think they're overrated, but for the legs, pelvis, glutes, that area, and then working on those ranges of motion in your mid-back, that's where I think it's most effective. That's how I use a foam roller. That's what I tell my patients to use their foam rollers for. So I hope this helps. Again, I like foam rollers. They're not the end-all to every problem, but they can be pretty effective for a variety of areas on your body. So hope this answers some questions, helps you guys out, and I'll talk to you soon.